Your mind can be your ally or your silent enemy. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, something inside keeps holding you back? That restless voice, that constant doubt, it's not just in your head. It's the silent enemy of the mind quietly shaping your reality. Most people think their thoughts are harmless, but in truth, they can be either your greatest ally or your worst saboteur. The inner saboteur thrives in subtlety, turning toxic thoughts into invisible chains that slow your progress without warning. Imagine if you could spot this hidden battle and learn how to control your thoughts before they control you. The mind holds subconscious mind power so vast that, when harnessed, it can transform hesitation into action, fear into clarity, and doubt into unstoppable focus. Yet, most never realize they are caught in the overthinking trap, constantly feeding the enemy within. The key is learning the psychology of self-talk, recognizing negative loops, and shifting from negative versus positive thinking with deliberate intention. In this video, you'll discover the mind mastery secrets that can turn mental chaos into your personal advantage. We'll explore the hidden power of thoughts, how to transform self-sabotage and mindset, and practical strategies to make your mind a loyal partner rather than a covert adversary. By the end, you'll see your inner world differently, and you may even wonder why no one taught you these truths sooner. So, let's dive into the battle that happens inside everyone's head and uncover how your mind can finally work for you. The invisible battle. Within the mind, many don't realize it, but the greatest war they face doesn't happen outside. It happens inside their own head. There is an inner battle psychology that decides whether someone lives in peace or in torment. This enemy within doesn't shout. It doesn't knock on the door. It silently infiltrates every thought. The silent enemy of the mind operates in the shadows, turning small doubts into mountains. And those who don't understand this game end up prisoners of their own ideas. The curious thing is that this internal struggle disguises itself as normality. How often do people think they are just overthinking, when in reality they are trapped in the overthinking trap? How many important decisions are delayed because the mind plants toxic thoughts and paralyzes any action? This invisible war leaves scars that don't appear on the body but slowly erode the spirit. It's like carrying invisible chains made of beliefs and fears without even realizing it. Wisdom begins when one understands that the mind can be both a guide and a saboteur, mind as ally or enemy. This duality exists in every choice, in every silent response that echoes within. And until one learns how to control your thoughts, the battle continues, silently draining energy. But what if there was a way to see this hidden battlefield and turn the pain into power? The danger of the autopilot. Most people live on autopilot without even noticing it, letting their thoughts wander unchecked. The silent enemy of the mind thrives in this space, planting doubts and feeding toxic thoughts. When the mind drifts into the overthinking trap, decisions stall, opportunities fade, and energy drains quietly. It's astonishing how many lives are quietly sabotaged by the inner saboteur simply because people never learn how to control your thoughts. The challenge is recognizing when your own mind has become a hidden adversary. The autopilot mind is deceptive because it feels familiar and safe. It whispers you can't, maybe later, and not enough, slowly building invisible chains around your potential. This is self-sabotage and mindset in action, an unseen force shaping your reality without permission. Yet, the same mind that limits you also holds subconscious mind power and hidden power of thoughts capable of transforming fear into clarity. The key is shifting from passive thinking to intentional mental mastery, mind mastery secrets that few truly understand. Breaking free from autopilot begins with awareness. Notice the patterns of negative versus positive thinking, the silent scripts your mind repeats, and the enemy within that lurks in hesitation. Simple practices, like journaling every intrusive thought or consciously reframing doubt into curiosity, can start dismantling the overthinking trap. Step by step, one learns mental clarity and focus, transforming the mind from a passive saboteur into a true ally. And as you start seeing the autopilot for what it is, the question becomes, how far can you push the power of your own mind? The hidden power of thoughts. Many underestimate the hidden power of thoughts, not realizing that each idea is a seed capable of shaping reality. The mind holds subconscious mind power that can either lift you to heights or drag you into chaos. Every fleeting thought carries weight, and when the inner saboteur manipulates it, negative patterns solidify silently. Understanding this is crucial to mastering your inner voice and transforming your mindset from passive to intentional. The question becomes, will your thoughts serve you or remain a silent enemy of the mind? Thoughts are not just mental noise, they are blueprints for action. Overthinking trap aside, recognizing when the mind drifts into toxic thoughts can prevent unseen self-sabotage. Practical steps, like daily visualization, conscious affirmation, or structured reflection, allow you to harness mind as ally or enemy. The more one practices, the more apparent it becomes that the psychology of self-talk directly influences outcomes. Every small choice to redirect attention is a victory against the enemy within. Harnessing the hidden power of thoughts is about transformation, not suppression. By observing the negative versus positive thinking patterns, cultivating awareness, and learning how to control your thoughts, one can break free from limiting mental scripts. Techniques like mindful meditation or reframing challenges into opportunities strengthen mental clarity and focus. As you begin applying these strategies, the mind slowly shifts from a passive saboteur into a true partner. And as this transformation unfolds, you can't help but wonder, what else lies untapped within your own consciousness? Mastering your inner voice. The way we speak to ourselves shapes the very foundation of our reality. The psychology of self-talk reveals that the inner saboteur thrives when the mind is left unchecked, planting toxic thoughts and feeding doubt. Learning how to control your thoughts is the first step toward transforming this silent influence into a force of growth. Every affirmation, every gentle correction of a negative script is a tiny act of reclaiming power from the silent enemy of the mind. Mastering your inner voice requires awareness and practice. Start by identifying recurring patterns of negative versus positive thinking and consciously redirecting them. Techniques such as journaling fears, vocalizing gratitude, or mentally rehearsing victories strengthen mental clarity and focus while breaking destructive loops. The mind as ally or enemy hinges entirely on this inner dialogue. The more intentional and disciplined you are, the less room the enemy within has to operate. The beauty of this practice is its simplicity and universality. Anyone, anywhere can harness subconscious mind power by deliberately shaping the way they respond to thoughts. Over time, the hidden power of thoughts becomes a tool for breaking mental chains and fostering personal transformation. By consistently applying these strategies, the mind evolves into a steadfast ally, subtly guiding decisions, focus, and creativity. And as this mastery deepens, one naturally begins to see how the next layer of self-awareness will unfold. Breaking free and transforming your mindset. Freedom begins when we recognize the enemy within and choose not to surrender to it. The journey to transform your mindset is paved with small, deliberate steps that strengthen mental clarity and focus. Each act of redirecting toxic thoughts, overcoming the overthinking trap, and reclaiming the mind's power is a victory against the silent enemy of the mind. It is in these daily practices that the mind, as ally or enemy, truly reveals itself. Breaking mental chains requires consistent action and reflection. Practices like mindfulness meditation, deliberate journaling, or setting intentional goals allow one to harness the hidden power of thoughts and access subconscious mind power. Understanding the psychology of self-talk and choosing positive scripts over destructive patterns prevents self-sabotage and mindset collapse. The mind gradually shifts from an unpredictable adversary into a reliable guide, offering insights and clarity previously unnoticed. The ultimate transformation lies in mastering your daily choices. By cultivating awareness of the inner saboteur, training the mind to respond rather than react, and embracing mind mastery secrets, one can achieve true freedom from negative loops. Every deliberate thought, every moment of focus, is a declaration that you are reclaiming authority over your life. And as this transformation unfolds, one naturally begins to sense the next level of empowerment waiting, ready to continue the journey. Take control of your mind. Now that you understand the invisible battles your mind fights every day, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue letting the enemy within dictate your choices, or will you take deliberate action to transform your mindset? Start by observing your inner saboteur, redirecting toxic thoughts, and practicing mental clarity and focus in small daily steps. Remember, each conscious decision to master your mind is a victory against the silent enemy of the mind. Ask yourself, how often have you let overthinking trap your potential? How many opportunities have you missed because negative versus positive thinking patterns were controlling your actions? By intentionally using the power of the mind and applying the mind mastery secrets, you can break mental chains and harness the subconscious mind power that has always been within you. Simple practices, journaling, affirmations, mindfulness, create huge shifts when done consistently. So what's stopping you from turning your mind into your greatest ally? Share in the comments. What's the first thought you will transform today? Are you ready to confront your inner battle psychology and reclaim control? If this message resonates, don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications to continue learning how to master your mind, turn chaos into clarity, and unlock the hidden power of your thoughts. The journey starts now. Are you ready to take the first step?